So today marks World Refugee Day, a day when the United Nations raises awareness for people who have been forced to flee their homes. Today it's especially getting attention as the war in Ukraine has displaced millions of people. This year the UN is focusing on the right to seek safety, which it says means people should be able to flee persecution without any pushback or discrimination. Last year, a record 89 million refugees were forced to leave their homes. But experts say so far this year, that number is growing even higher. World Refugee Day also comes as the U.S. marks 10 years since Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA, was introduced. But in that decade, challenges to the policy that was supposed to promise stability for the people it covered have brought about a lot of uncertainty. Charmaine is here, and she talked to a dreamer living in Minnesota. She joins us on the show now. Hey, Charmaine.
Hey, Jana. Well, that policy opened job and educational pathways to thousands of undocumented and mainly Latino applicants. And one dreamer says she's anticipating a clearer path towards citizenship.
To mend our nation's immigration policy.
It's been 10 years since President Barack Obama introduced the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals Act, also known as DACA. And for now 29-year-old Carolina Ortiz, it's bittersweet. What's your own personal story when it comes to DACA?
I still actually remember when I first got my permit back in 2012, and it was a life-changing event for myself and for my family.
DACA allows hundreds of thousands of young undocumented immigrants who were largely raised in the U.S. to apply to work and study in the U.S. without fear of being deported. But there have been many challenges throughout the years. What is the current state of that DACA program?
The current state of DACA has been the same for the past decade. It's been really ups and downs, not knowing what will happen.
It's actually probably one of the most complex legal scenarios right now.
Vina Iyer with the Immigrant Law Center of Minnesota says DACA remains in jeopardy, with a current challenge to the policy now in the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, and a court decision in that case blocking new DACA applicants from getting approved.
In that case, several states have claimed that DACA is illegal. In addition, there is litigation that is happening in New York in which the court ordered that USCIS accept new DACA applications and decide them, but that's been on hold as a result of the Texas litigation.
Right now, the DACA program is not available for everyone. For eligibility, recipients must have arrived in the U.S. prior to June 15, 2007.
We are at the point where the majority of young undocumented kids who are graduating from high school this year are not eligible for DACA, regardless of what the courts decide.
We need a path to not live in limbo.
What does it look like if there was a decision to take this program away, even for those who already have it?
That would be devastating. I mean, I would have to leave my job. I would have to figure out, am I going back to Mexico? And it was really heartbreaking because I felt like even though that's where I was born, I didn't feel like I belonged. I also felt like I didn't belong here either, just because there's so many things that I still can't do.
Now, President Biden issued a statement recently saying for more than 2 decades, efforts to pass legislation providing a durable solution for dreamers have failed. He went on to call on Congress to pass this legislation to protect dreamers. Jana?
This has been going on for so long. That word limbo really rings in my head, Charmaine. I've talked to a lot of these folks in Minnesota, too, who came here as babies, infants, not knowing what their future is going to be.
Exactly. The woman we spoke to today says she's now helping others who are in the same situation she was in just a few years ago because there is a lot of uncertainty. They don't know what's next.
All right. Thanks so much, Charmaine, for catching us up on that.